الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين أما بعد الدرس الثامن عشر lesson 18. Okay, just before we go into reading the lesson, I was going to explain something quickly, as this is a new concept that we're going to learn in this lesson, inshallah. So I'll just give you some insight into this concept, and then we'll try and recognize it through the dialogue, inshallah. So in this lesson, you'll learn how to ask how many things are there, or how many brothers or sisters do you have. Basically asking how many. And in the Arabic language, we use kam. Kam, then whatever it is you're asking, question. Okay, kam, how many. Now, the noun that comes after kam, this is important. The noun that comes here after kam is singular, indefinite, i.e. takes tanween, and it takes fatha, mansoob, means it takes fatha. Okay, so I say, if I want to say how many brothers do you have, how many brothers do you have, I say kam akhan, like this, akhan, not akhun. Kam akhan laka do you have. Remember, we use la for human as well. Okay, I want to say how many pens you have, for example, I say kam qalaman, kam qalaman indaka. Okay, how many pens do you have? So that's the usage of kam. Also, in saying this now, what we have to know is, in this lesson, we're learning the dual noun. So we learned the singular and the plural. Now, the dual noun is very easy. All we do is add, I'll do it in yellow down here. All we do to make the dual noun in the Arabic language, we add alif and noon, ani, to the end of the singular noun. So if you have, for example, kitabun becomes kitabani. Kitabani. Okay. Bintun becomes bintani. That's all we do to get the dual noun within the Arabic language. And we'll recognize it now as we go through the dialogue, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, and I'll highlight it, these rules, just so you can see it, inshallah, and understand it. And again, because alhamdulillah, the way that I've intentionally made sure that these videos are short, you can watch it numerous amounts of times just to make sure you've observed the rules or the usage of the language that you're learning within that lesson. So I'm just going to read without translating, as you know, as upon you guys is to learn the vocab now. Inshallah, we're at that stage towards the end of book 1 where you guys should be knowing how to memorize vocab and depend on that in figuring out what the convos mean, inshallah. طيب, فالمدرس كم أخا لك يا محمد لي أخ واحد. المدرس وكم أختا لك؟ لي محمد لي أختان. المدرس كم عجلة للدراجة يا حامد لها عجلتان. المدرس كم عيدا في السنة يا زكريا في السنة عيدان هما عيد الفطر وعيد الأضحى. المدرس يا إبراهيم أبوك تاجر كبير كم سيارة عنده؟ إبراهيم عنده سيارتان كبيرتان وسيارتان صغيرتان. المدرس كم نافذة في غرفتك يا إسماعيل فيها نافذتان. لمن هذان الدفتران؟ هما لي. علي هما لي. Then he says, المدرس up here, لمن هاتان المسطرتان؟ يونس هما لي. Okay, so now, as we've learnt the dual, we also learned the dual pronouns. So before we learnt huwa, and we had hum. Okay, and then hiya, so huwa, hum, hiya, hunna. Now there's one in between them, and that is huma, huma, both of them. They are two, referring to two things. So huma is for both masculine and feminine. So again, as we can see here, let's just look at something right here, okay? Just to draw your attention to this point. It says, indahu, right here, indahu sayyaratani kabiratani wa sayyaratani saghiratani. So remember, as we've learnt before, the usage of the adjective and the thing that's been described, they have to match in all four rules, four principles. So sayyaratani, jewel, feminine. Again, sayyaratani, kabiratani, both feminine, jewel. Okay, so that's the number. The way it ends as well, both end in ani, as the other way that a jewel noun, a noun that refers to two things, ends is aini. So you say kitabani, kitabaini, but we're going to learn aini later. Okay, so the gender, the number is there. The way it ends, the case ending is there. All of those things have to be in place. So sayyaratani kabiratani, sayyaratani saghiratani. Okay, and in huma, so huma li, they are both mine. Then we learn hatani wa hadani. So hatani, so we learn hada, haulai. Then in between we have هذه هؤلاء again. Okay, in between them we have هذان and we have هاتان. This is the jewel. So هذان kitabani, these two books. These two are books. Okay. هذان الكتابان, these two books. هاتان بنتani, these two are sisters, like this. Okay, so then now it says from here, أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية مستعملا المثنى. Answer the following questions using the jewel. Al-muthanna means jewel, when there's two of those things. Okay, then we have اقرأ واكتب, read and write. You guys know what to do with that, inshallah ta'ala. So again, here is the continuation of the previous exercise from the previous page. Then it says, اقرأ الأمثلة الآتية ثم ضع في الفراغ فيما يلي تمييزا لكم واضبط آخره. So it says, read the following examples and then place in the empty space in what follows تمييزا لكم. Tamyizan is the name of the noun that comes after kam. So this underlined noun in all of these examples is called tamyiz, at-tamyiz, the thing that is clarifies what is ambiguous. That's the meaning of tamyiz. So kam, how many? Okay, how many what? So that ambiguous reference is clarified by placing the tamyiz there, which clarifies that which is ambiguous, and that is the noun that comes after kam. And again, as you saw, if we read it, it says kam ukhtan, kam qalaman, kam sayyaratan. Whatever comes after kam enters in fathatain, enters into fathas, as we can see. So again, you got kam, indaka, kam, laka, kam, something fi hadha shari'. You're going to place a suitable noun, inshallah ta'ala, within this empty space, observing that rule that has been mentioned. It says الرابع حول المبتدا في كل من الجمل الآتية إلى مثنى. Change the mubtada, the subject, in all of these sentences to the jewel, as in the example مثال هذا كتاب. هذاني is the mubtada. From هذا you change it to هذاني. Then now you have to change كتاب, the khabar has to match obviously the mubtada. هذاني كتاباني. Okay, you're going to do that with the rest of these 10 sentences inshallah up to here. Then we have الخامس اقرأ الكلمات الآتية واكتبها مع ضبط أواخرها. Read the following words and then write them while putting the correct vowel sounds on them inshallah ta'ala. And it says number 6, ثني الكلمات الآتية. Make the following words dual. Make it dual. Are you representing two of those things inshallah ta'ala? So again, a quick summary. Within this lesson, you learned the usage of kam. Kam and whatever comes after it is called tamyiz. Kam qalaman indak. How many pens do you have? Kam akhan laka. How many brothers do you have? So as you know, when we're talking about humans, we don't say indaka, we say laka. Okay? So that's the difference between saying do you have with regards to your siblings, and objects is indaka. You have, okay? So kam, whatever comes after it, this noun here is called a tamyiz, and it's always singular. Indefinite, this is the sign that it's indefinite. It doesn't take alif and lam. Okay? And ends in fathatain also. Fathatain. That is a must. And then we also have in this lesson that we learnt the jewel of hada. So hadani for masculine and hatani for feminine. And also the words that are jewel, all we do is add alif, the letter before we take fatha, ani. That's what we've learnt for now. Ani, kitabun, kitabani, sayyaratun, sayyaratani. Like this. Inshallah ta'ala. And any questions, you know what to do. Don't be shy to ask us, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Make sure you're on the Facebook group involved. Any questions, post it there, and we'll all benefit together. Jazakumullah khairan. And remember here, kalimat al-jadida, the words that you need, the new words that you need to make sure that you know. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.